have been practicing in this area for so long, for so many years. So what is the prevention of litigation for the hospitals and the medical professionals? Can you please explain me, sir?
It's a very wide question, very big question. It requires so many explanations, because standard care, if an hospital is giving a standard care to a patient, they are having very good defense. Now, you may ask me, sir, what is standard care? In layman's language, I would say standard care is the care you are giving to a patient for a particular disease, which should be equivalent to the care if he has gone to some other hospital in the same city. Suppose a patient is coming to Chennai for a piles operation. You are a senior doctor. So, you are examining him, testing him, etc. You start the procedure and it is cured. You have completed that, successfully completed the operation, he is discharged. Now, from the date of admission till the date of discharge, with discharge summary, your service ends there. Your service starts when he is admitted. Your service is completed when you are discharging the patient with all the advices. After discharge also you have to give an advice. He has to or she has to follow. And you have to give your name, address and phone number, email in the discharge summary. If there is any adverse reactions, immediately they have to refer you. If they are coming, you are responsible, you have to give proper treatment. This we call standard care. And the court and the public and judiciary is not expecting a very expert care for the patient. Average prudent man can do. It's called standard care, not top class or expert care. Average prudent doctor can give to a patient what is available is called standard care. Now, for you are very young and you are going to practice in your life, so I am giving some tips about that. 9 tips are available. I will read it and so that you can, it will be very beneficial to you. It is called first rapport. Believe me, more than 60% of the patients are approaching the court only because of they are not getting very good rapport with the professionals there. The doctors, nurses and other support services are not giving clear picture. They are expressing 1 or 2 words which are not able to be understood by the patient or their relatives. Sometimes the hospital or doctor promises many things which is not possible, but encourages the patient to take treatment. After that, you will be cured very easily, which is also not correct. In other words, they are not explaining and having a good rapport, properly informing the patient the exact things which is happening there. So, you have to build up a good rapport. Second, many times rational decision is not taken. What is the meaning of a rational decision? The 2.5 years boy, he was playing, seizure is there, they can very easily give a small sedation tablet and start ventilation. He can breathe freely, intubate him so that his life can be preserved when the oxygen is going to the lungs. But the doctors who is nominated to take care of the boy never attended the boy. That is, due care was not taken. So, rational decision, logical decision they failed to take. So, if you are taking rational decision, you can save the boy, at the same time you can avoid court cases. Third, proper record. In one of the doctor from America, he has written a book. In that book he says, it is not the doctors or hospitals who win the case, it is the medical records which wins the case. So, whatever the procedure you are following, it should be recorded, including contributing negligence. Fourth, remarks. What is the remarks? You have to observe the patient carefully and whatever is happening, you should record it, just like contributing negligence. Many times we fail to note contributing negligence. Next point, very, very important. we call R/S. In all prescription you might have seen, before prescribing a medicine, the doctor say R/S. In all the prescription you can find out. What is the meaning for that? It is a Latin word. The meaning is, the doctor says, addressed to the compounder at that time, maybe before Christ, it was given to the compounder. You mix the medicine the following way. This percent you have to do. All this compound will be specified by the old medical professional to the compounder, who will compound various type of medicine. There is a meaning. It is being followed by all the doctors even now. RS meaning the tablets and medicines he is going to prescribe, quality, quantity, and whenever, what is the time limit, you have to take that. Now caution should be made when you are prescribing any medicine. The doctor has to convince himself whether he is prescribing the correct quantum of medicine or not. In Guna Sahal case, where the compensation was 13 crores, they were not able to find any fault with the Amri Hospital, Calcutta, but only one fault. Dr. Sukumar Mukherjee prescribed Depo-Meterol. It is a steroid, Depo-Meterol, 80 milligram twice a day for a lady who is weighing only 40 kilos, Anuradha. In the pamphlet, the pamphlet, the manufacturer says for 1 kilo you have to prescribe 1 milligram. But this doctor prescribed 80 milligram, that is double, which caused 10 disease, and ultimately the patient died. It is a high profile case. It is a famous case decided by the Supreme Court of India. Many times it went to the Supreme Court of India. Finally 6 crores was awarded. With the interest, it came to 13 crores. And Amiri Hospital ultimately was closed because they were not able to pay the money. Now you understand what is the genesis for that? Prescribing medicine without convincing whether it may cause injury to the patient. Prescribing excessive quantity of medicine, which is very dangerous. So before you write it, you have to see the evidence. It is called evidence-based practice. Evidence-based practice. Before prescribing, check the evidence whether it is working correctly. Next, res ipso loquitur. It is very difficult to understand. Res ipso loquitur meaning, when you are attending a patient, 100% application of mind is necessary. Res ipso means, instead of making an operation in the left eye, the doctor is operating in the right eye. That is, the patient need not prove anything. The facts will speak volume. Suppose I am going and making a complaint. Sir, I went to this hospital. I had an operation. Too much of pain in the abdomen. I am going to another hospital. They are making an operation. Found kerchief was inside or scissors was inside. In this case, listen to me, in this case, the patient need not prove anything. Just they can narrate the facts. It is called res ipso loquitur, where the hospital has to disprove the case, which is very, very difficult. It is called res ipso loquitur, means the facts will speak for itself and the patient need not prove anything. Next point, result. About the result, before I am going for an operation, you have to explain to the patient the result, possible result. If there is risk factors, you have to explain. Don't hide that. I am going to operate the left leg. After that, you can walk like a king. No. You will have a permanent disability also. There is a chance of, there is a limp problem. There is, what are the other problems? Temporary disability, permanent disability, walking style, all this you have to explain. Even after operation, the patient should not imagine that after operation I will walk like a king. No. So you have to explain and give proper result to him. negligence, all these things, adverse reactions, permanent or temporary, all the result you have to tell them correctly. And next point, risk. All the risk factors should be explained. Many hospitals, because they want to lure or invite the patient and they do the operation and get the money, they don't explain the risk factors correctly. Even if when we are explaining about the risk, specify with the example. In one of the case, they say risk of rubella explained, which is not correct. The patient cannot understand. If they are thinking risk, there is a, if you are getting a medical name about the procedure, equivalently you have to explain layman's language. Then only they can understand. You understand that? So if I am explaining in a medical term, perhaps the patient cannot understand. All people are not medically oriented. Or majority people are non-medical people. So when the doctor is giving this medical name, it cannot be understood. Next, respect. You have to respect that he is also equal to you. He may be a big politician, he may be an architecture, he may be an advocate. They are also equally professionally qualified. So when you are explaining and treating a patient, you have to treat them with dignity, which many places it is lacking. So you have to follow these 9 areas.
Okay.
If you are following these 9 tactics, you can avoid easily litigations filed against you.
Okay.
Do you follow that?
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. I got a lot of ideas. I got a very clear idea. Thank you so much.